Hey, welcome to Coffee Convo Wednesday. My name is Cindy Simmons, and this is Coffee Convo Wednesday for Wednesday, February 12th, 2020, episode 196, just a few days before Valentine's Day. If this is your first time, welcome. This is a show where we're going to be here for about 15 to 20 minutes. We talk about 3 topics, and at the end, I give you a prize. Today, hooking you up with a Target gift card at the very end. Okay, so welcome. Why don't you grab a cup of coffee, cup of tea, cup of water. Comment below right now. Let me know what you're drinking. Share that with me. I am choosing water today because normally I have coffee. Sometimes I switch to decaf in the middle of the afternoon, but I had a lot of coffee this morning, and so I feel like I don't need to do that to you. If this is your first time, thank you for being here. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for being here, and click subscribe if you would to the channel up there and get notifications. You can turn on the bell and get notifications just like you can here on Facebook as well. I'm Cindy. I have a family of 5. It's me and my husband Eric, who runs a promotional products company. It's called mysmartshirt.com. He basically puts logos on stuff. And then we have 2 daughters, 14 and 7, the teenager, and then the one who thinks she's a teenager. And my mama Jane lives with us. And we live here in Orlando, Florida, about 30 minutes from Walt Disney World. We grew up, well, I grew up actually, in Disneyland. No, I didn't grow up in Disneyland. That's what my brain thinks. I grew up in California, about 30 minutes away from Disneyland. We love living in Orlando. I have lived in Nashville, Tennessee, Atlanta, Georgia, and by far, I think I love it here the most because it reminds me so much of my childhood, so it just kind of makes me happy. So let me give you a little cheers. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here during the week of love, a little love, Valentine's Day. Coming up, I don't know, I'm not really into Valentine's Day this year. I'm not really into it normally. Are you into Valentine's Day? Let me know, like, do you go all out? Do you celebrate it? Like, I got a couple of things for the kiddos. Actually, those little stuffed animals there are for the kiddos, but because I'm on a budget, those came free when I bought some Hallmark cards a couple weeks ago at the Target. So yeah, that's what they're getting for Valentine's Day, little tiny stuffed animals. And then maybe like a little candy in their lunchbox, but I don't know, I'm just not a big Valentine's. My husband and I are not going out. The hubster and I have just gotten to that point where we do not believe in spending a ridiculous amount of money on flowers and all that overpriced stuff that seems like it's just been really over commercialized. I kind of want to celebrate Valentine's Day every day. Like, I want to just love my hubster and just celebrate love all the time. So I don't know. I sent one Valentine's Day card out to my bestie, and I think it's going to be late, which makes me sad. So sorry. And I got a little something from my mom, a little something. So I don't know. Let me know. Do you celebrate Valentine's Day? Is it a big deal to you? And what do you do? Maybe you guys just stay at home. I don't know. So let's go right into Coffee Convo Wednesday. Topic number 1. I'm definitely going to need your feedback on some of the stuff we're talking about today. It's kind of silly, some of it, but my husband and I binge watched something on Netflix the other day. I don't want to tell you what it was because it was a documentary, and it was so traumatizing to me that I had nightmares that night. It's only 3 episodes. We watched it. That night I go to bed, and I almost karate chopped my daughter in the middle of the night. So this is what I say that out loud, and it's kind of funny. This is what happened. I'm like honk shoeing, honk shoo, honk shoeing, asleep. But I was having a nightmare about this horrible documentary that I saw. And I guess in the middle of my dream, according to the teenager, she said she was in the bathroom. She had gotten awake, was in the bathroom, and then she heard, "Ah! Ah!" I'm not even making that up because that's what she told me. And she comes in. So I sleep with this obnoxiously big Minnie Mouse mask on my face, like a sleep mask, an eye mask. If you follow me on Instagram, which you can do go to cindysimmons.com and link over there. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen me post a picture of it. It's obnoxious. I got it like on Amazon. I have an Amazon store. You can find the link in there if you I'll put a link at the bottom here for it, but it's obnoxiously big. So she comes into the room and I am full on on asleep. She's asleep with the mask on. And she starts to wake me up because I am apparently screaming. And I've done that before, but my husband, he likes to call it the Scooby-Doo ghost scream because he says all of a sudden he'll hear, oh, 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 like I'm a Scooby-Doo ghost. Well, she said it wasn't that. She heard me go, ah, ah! She comes in. How he did not wake up, I shouldn't be surprised, but he did not wake up. My teenager comes in and she starts to shake me to wake me, and I go, ah, ah, ah! Like full on Ninja Warrior, like I'm gonna karate chop you, like in the face. And she's like, Mom! I said, oh, okay. Oh, oh. And is there anything worse than you're in the middle of a nightmare and you don't know you're screaming, and then you try to Ninja Warrior your, it's like when you walk into a cobweb and you're like, ah, ah, ah. It was exactly like that. I tried to karate chop my daughter. And so then, of course, she couldn't go back to sleep after that because she was super like wigged out. So funny to me because I can just picture like you walking in to someone to help them. You think that you're helping them, and then they're like, they almost take your, head off with their magical ninja weapons. I don't know why that's so funny to me, but it is. So anyway, so that's really it. So I went right back to sleep, but apparently my teenager had a hard time going back to sleep, which is kind of my segue into topic number 2. So in her language arts class, English, she has a teacher, Mr. G, who she loves. Like, it's one of her favorite teachers ever, she has said to me. But she fell asleep the next day in his class. And she said, cannot make this up. She wakes up because I guess she woke up and then she started to drift off, and he slammed the book down and she was like, wah! To wake her up. Not like on her desk, but like on the desk to make a loud noise. So she wakes up and she's looking around and everyone's kind of laughing and he's laughing, and she realizes that her backpack is gone and it's hanging from, how they have a flagpole in, I guess, most of the classroom, like hanging from the flagpole, and that the books are all kind of spread out like a scavenger hunt. She said she was laughing so hard because she was so mortified that she fell asleep that I guess Mr. G took the backpack and then the books and then spread them out throughout the room. So she had to get up and physically go retrieve everything. She loves him so much, and he has such a good rapport with his students that she said he was laughing so hard, like he was crying, which of course made her laugh so hard, like so that she was crying, and it just wouldn't stop. So she had to go get her backpack and everything, and she's like, I'm sorry, I was up late. So in her defense, technically it was my fault because normally she gets enough sleep. I mean, she is a teenager, so she says she's going to bed, but I don't always think she goes to bed. But she fell asleep in her English class and paid the price. I don't know. I love that she loves that teacher so much, because comment below, do you have a teacher that you remember to this day? Just tell me their name and maybe give me like a sentence why they're so memorable to you. Because I had a 5th grade teacher named Mr. Black. Sadly, he died in the 5th grade. It was my first real encounter with death. And he passed away from a heart attack. Like, he left our classroom and I guess got sick and then got rushed to the hospital and unfortunately passed away from a heart attack. And it was so sad because I was, 10 in 5th grade? I was so sad because I loved Mr. Black. Really, that's funny now that I say that his name is Mr. Black. Like, blech. We never thought about it then, I think, because we loved him so much. But he was such a funny teacher. He was such a great teacher, and he just made us all laugh. And so I love that she loves Mr. G and that he makes them laugh, and he has such a good relationship with his students, and it makes her want to learn more. So I told her, I said, you tell Mr. G I love him and I think he's awesome, and yeah, and I kind of love him a little more than I already did because you love him so much. So that kind of segues into the third topic. But don't forget, comment and tell me your favorite teacher, and maybe just like one sentence why, or just their name would be fun, because I think it's fun to celebrate teachers, because I love teachers. They work so hard to teach our kids, and just they get paid so little for the amount of work they do, but that's a whole other show. All right, finally, topic number 3. This is all like I'm weaving all of the topics together, because the third topic is, when I was talking to my daughter about falling asleep in class, it got me to thinking, I've never done that. Like, when I say never, ever, never, ever, 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 have I fallen asleep in public? Not in a classroom, not in a play, not in a movie theater, not in a car. Like, thankfully, never fallen asleep at the wheel. I think it's because I'm wired very, woo! In case you didn't know that. I'm just very, like, my husband, he can fall asleep literally if we're driving to the gas station. If he's in the passenger seat, he'd be like, fall asleep. Not like narcoleptic fall asleep, but he can fall asleep anywhere. He watches football. I'm like, what are you doing? You're not even watching the game. He can fall asleep anywhere. He would be like that guy. Did you see that picture that went viral at the Super Bowl? The guy who fell asleep at the Super Bowl? My husband loves football, and he'd be super into it. But if his team, the Atlanta Falcons, were not playing in the Super Bowl, I could see where maybe he'd be like, and I think someone called it like a $15,000 nap. Because I don't know how much tickets cost to go to the Super Bowl, but I have to imagine they're expensive. But I have never done it. I don't even fall asleep on my couch. Like, ever. Not ever do I. I'm like watching a movie and then I'm like, I just don't. Like, never have I fallen asleep anywhere. I'm trying to think of like other places you would fall asleep, like on a dinner table at a restaurant. Like, never. Never have I fallen asleep. Is that weird? Is it just me? So that's what I need to know. I told you this was a very interactive show today. I need to know lots of information from you. So comment below and let me know if you have fallen asleep in public anywhere. And I say in public, it could be, do you watch a TV show and you fall asleep? I don't even do that. Or let me know if you're exactly like me and you just don't. Like, you don't and you never have. I don't know. Is that normal that I never have? I don't know. Okay. Anyway, that's it. That's it for Coffee Convo Wednesday today. Just short and sweet. It's just a way for you to come and connect and laugh a little, I hope. And of course, the best part is winning a prize. Well, I hope that's not the best part. Maybe it's one of the best parts. I do want to say congratulations to Kim J from Delaware. Kim J from Delaware won the really cute Minnie Mouse backpack from last week's show, which if you miss any Coffee Convo Wednesdays, they are all here on my Facebook page. They're all here on my YouTube page. So depending on which one you like to go to, you can watch them all. You can't win the prizes because you only have a week to claim the prize. But if you missed an episode, like there was a lice episode that I did a long time ago that was really funny. There's Halloween episodes, a makeup one that we did for Halloween. Anyway, there's lots of fun things. So how do you get the Target gift card? Well, it's Valentine's Day week. So I thought you should comment love and the name of the state where you're watching Coffee Convo Wednesday. Comment love, and the state where you're watching Coffee Convo Wednesday. And then what I will do is we'll just pick a random winner like we do every week. And the winner gets announced here on next week's show. So on next week's show, you're going to want to watch to find out if it is you. And then you have basically like a week to claim your prize. Here's the fun part. If you are following me on YouTube or you're watching on YouTube, you get a bonus entry. There's only one bonus entry available. And if you watch on YouTube, you enter over there. The way you do that is go to cindysimmons.com. You can link over to my YouTube channel there, also my Instagram. Link over there and you get a bonus entry. If you're watching on YouTube, you can go over to my Facebook page and watch this on Facebook. Comment love and the name of the state where you're watching Coffee Convo Wednesday, and you get a bonus entry. So Facebook or YouTube. So there you go. You can just watch on Facebook. If you don't do YouTube, that's okay too. If you do YouTube and you don't do Facebook, that's okay too. I just just want you to have a bonus entry and get yourself a Target gift card so you can go buy all the fun stuff. You get yourself coffee, you can go to the dollar spot. I love Target, really. You can bury me, you can bury me in Target. Not that I'm planning on going anywhere anytime soon, but if I would. Maybe that is, we'll have to talk about that on another show, like where you would want your funeral. You're like, no, we don't need to talk about that on another show. But that's where I would like to be, is in Target celebrating my life after I'm gone. I could live there. Anyway, I'm digressing, and clearly this is why I did not eat any more coffee. So, love, and the name of the state where you're watching Coffee Convo Wednesday. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you coming back every single week. Follow me here on all of the socials. If you go to cindysimmons.com, that's how you link over to YouTube if you're watching on YouTube. Thank you. Click subscribe, click the notifications buttons, and let me know, what do you want to see given away here on the show? Because sometimes we do, like last week, we did the Minnie Mouse backpack, and then sometimes we do gift cards. So would you prefer gift cards, or would you prefer actual gifts? So that's the last thing I want to know from you today. You can comment below before you get out of here. Thanks for being here. Have a great week. Go to cindysimmons.com, send me an email if you want, and connect with me on Instagram. I'm there all of the time. And don't forget, if you are local in Orlando, the Main Street Mouse Live on Location show is coming up on February 23rd. We're going to be at the NBA Experience at Disney Springs with my friends Michelle Atwood and John Sakari from BigFatPanda.com and Michelle from the MainStreetMouse.com. They've been on the show. But if you live locally, just go to tmsmlol.com. There's a couple tickets left. I think there's like 5 seats left for the show on February 23rd. We do them every month at Disney Springs. So hopefully if you're in town, I will see you. If not, I will see you next week on Coffee Convo Wednesday. Spread joy and kindness like Nutella. Love you guys. Bye. Cheers.